Hey guys, today we're looking at the Lenovo Flex 20. This is a hybrid desktop slash tabletop PC, and I'm going to show you how it works. So this is a relatively good value for a PC because I got it for only like 500 bucks from the Lenovo website, and that's like the price of an iPad. And for this price, it's relatively good value. So it's not that powerful. It comes with a Core i3 processor, only 4 gigs of RAM, a 500 gigabyte rotational hard drive, but for what it is, if you want to play like family games and like casual games, it's very good for the price. It also comes with a keyboard and a mouse. I don't have the mouse here, but I am using the keyboard. This is a pretty nice keyboard. And yeah, this is a full multi-touch, 10-point multi-touch screen, which is very, very useful. It's very useful for family homes, so if you just put this in your living room or something, this is like a 20-inch screen, right? So you can watch your movies on it and play games on it. It's very, very useful. So right now it's in the desktop mode because this thing has actually a stand that you can pull out from the back to launch it into desktop mode. But a very interesting thing happens when you lay this flat down into its tabletop mode. So this is, right now this is just this normal desktop mode. But if you put it down like this, it'll launch a special application called Lenovo Aura. And this application is very, very specific to Lenovo computers. It basically launches this interface which allows you to play tabletop games or like more family-friendly games or party games that you can play with your friends. So you can play like chess, air hockey, mahjong, you can play Monopoly clone here, and some poker even. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what playing some of these games will be like on this interface. I'll show you some pretty cool things right now. So if you have access to your photos, I have some photos right here. This is a very, very cool way to view your photos. Just pull them out from here. Yep. If you want to click on it, you can zoom out. You can pinch to make it bigger, make it smaller, and once you just click it, it just pops out like that. And this is a very good way to show your photos to your guests when they're visiting your home. Just have them all in this album. You can rotate through them, make it bigger. Very, very cool. And you can even change it like this. You can always customize it. So yeah, that's one thing I want to show, is that this has a nice photo app too. Photo, video, music, you can all put on here. And if you ever want these to go away, so if you find these a little bit distracting, all you have to do is move your hand away like that and it goes away. It's a very, very cool multi-touch feature. It's a gesture, so if you want to come back in, it's very, very responsive. I found like this works very well. So yeah, if I don't want to see these photos, it's too many of them, I just do that. But I still want to use my app, so I'll drag that back in. Okay, so I'll show you some of the games on this. Okay, first let's look at air hockey. You can buy some specific peripherals from Lenovo themselves to get some air hockey paddles or sticks basically. Okay, so I'm going to start air hockey. Classic. Play. Alright, so Lenovo sell these little strikers, these things, for about, I think, 50 bucks for the package of strikers, and they also sell other peripherals like these two. They sell these things, but you can get them from Amazon for cheaper. I haven't used these yet, but these strikers are for air hockey. I'm not sure what other games you can use them with, but so far they work pretty well. If you don't have them, you just control it with your fingers, right? But if you do have them, then it's useful. I mean, you can play it like an air hockey table. You can get it on Amazon for like 30 bucks or something, but if you buy it from Amazon, it's like 50 bucks. If you buy it from Lenovo, it's like 50 bucks. But yeah, this is pretty useful if you play with a friend, right? Air hockey. Again, it's a nice game to play when you have friends over. You just move these strikers over, and it plays just almost, well, not quite, but a reasonable simulation of actual air hockey. So yeah, that's Lenovo Air Hockey with the strikers. Okay, this is Lenovo Roulette. Let's try it out. Okay, so yeah, this is a casino game. It's very useful to play with friends. Single check. Yeah, so yeah, you would bet on this just as you would on roulette, as if you're in a casino. And then your friends, of course, they can play from here, so they can bet whatever. Up to 4 people, actually 5 people I think can play this at once. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then you can spin the wheel. Alright, cool. So I guess I won that one. Yeah, that's roulette. Very cool game to play on this computer. Alright, and this is poker. It's Texas Hold'em. We can even play with, I believe, 3 other people in this game as well. So again, it's another cool game that you can play with your friends. You can play on mobile, I guess. But yeah, it's cool. You can look at your cards like this. Very cool. Check. Check here as well. But yeah, it's poker, it's Texas Hold'em, and it's another cool game that you can play with your friends on the Lenovo Aura interface. Hey guys, this is Lenovo Tycoon, which is similar to Monopoly, and they actually created a special peripheral for this game called the eDice. You can buy this from Lenovo, but you can get it cheaper on Amazon. But basically this dice interfaces with the game to make it seem like you're actually rolling a dice. So yeah, you have to charge this dice and then put a USB connector in, and then play this game. It should recognize it. So first we got to configure the dice. This is how you do it. Make sure this matches up. We inspect it. So then I'll roll the dice, right? Shake it a little bit. It should be a 1, right? Shake it again. Oh, it's completed, sorry. Just shake it again. Should be 6. Yeah, that's right. Start a new game. This is for 4 players, so hopefully you have 3 other players to play with, just like in Monopoly. Okay, so it's my turn. I shake the dice. Right. Roll it. It's a 1. Okay. Okay, shake the dice. That's a 6. Right. Not sure what this is. But yeah, this is Lenovo's This is Lenovo Tycoon, which is Lenovo's version of Monopoly. I think they put some special rules in here, but otherwise should be similar. And the dice seems to be working pretty well. So yeah, that's Lenovo Tycoon. Play with 3 other friends. Alright, now let's play a Chinese game called Mahjong. This is not the US version where you match tiles and stuff. This is actually the Chinese version, the real version, where you play with 3 other people, so 4 people total, and you try to get certain combinations of tiles in order to win. It's actually a very fun game, and I think a lot more fun than the US version. I think I can actually use the E-dice for this game, just like I used for Lenovo Tycoon, and I think it should work. Yep, it does. It's pretty cool. Alright, so that works. But yeah, this is Mahjong. You can choose your tiles, and you try to get certain sequences of tiles and certain combos that you use in order to win, which is very, very cool. Oops, my turn. But yeah, this is a very, very addictive and fun game if you know how to play it. And yeah, this is Mahjong. Alright, and this is Settlers of Catan. This is a game I like to play with my friends as well. It's a very cool game. Very addictive sometimes. So yeah, I believe you can play with 3 other people as well. If you want to play with your friends, you can just get them to type in their name. So type in Tony here. Alright, I'm player 1. Type in my name. Alright. And yeah, this is Settlers of Catan. If you haven't played it before, this a little bit complicated set of rules, but once you get set up, it's very, very fun and addictive. Just put my settlements, my roads. That's actually not a very good place to put a settlement, but anyway. You trade and you get resources, and you use those resources to build cities and settlements, which are villages. And eventually you try to get enough victory points in order to win. And you get victory points by building more cities. And under certain conditions you can get also more victory points as well. So yeah, it's a very, very cool game to play with your friends, and it's perfectly adaptable to the Lenovo tabletop interface. So 1 player this side, 1 player this side, and you can have 2 other players as well. So yeah, this is Settlers of Catan. Very cool game. Alright guys, so one game I will love to play on a touch interface is Magic the Gathering, of course. So this is Magic 2014. Because Magic Online is not really optimized for touch, so we're gonna have to do with 2014 for now. And that's really a shame because I really love Magic Online, but because it's not really touch optimized, it's not really easy to play on a touchscreen as this. And I'm not sure if this game supports tabletop interface playing with multiple other players as well, but that would be nice too. Whoops. But yeah, it still is pretty cool to actually be able to touch the cards with your hands and stuff. But I wish they can improve on this with multiplayer a bit, which would be really nice to be able to play with your friends on tabletop interface Magic. But yeah, this is Magic the Gathering on a touch interface. So yeah guys, in closing, I just want to say the Lenovo Flex 20 is a pretty good value for the price. At 500 bucks is about the price of an iPad, and for this price you get a 20-inch PC as an all-in-one desktop and a tabletop PC. You also get a keyboard and mouse with it, and it's really fun to play when you have kids or when you have friends over, when you have guests over. It could be a good alternative to a board game night, which I find is pretty cool. So one of the things is like the Lenovo will automatically detect when you lower the PC, and it automatically start an application, right, called Aurora. So this automatically detects when you're in tabletop mode or not, which is pretty nice. It'll also detect when you flip back into desktop mode. And when it's in tabletop mode, it could potentially replace, board games, and it has a lot of good casual games to play as well with your friends. And I think that, in the future, board games are pretty nice, but they're a little bit time-consuming to set up and play. But in the future, hopefully, tabletop PCs can potentially replace that. And one of the things is that the Lenovo has its own app shop. I want to mention that you can go to Lenovo App Shop to purchase or download a lot of these apps that you can play on this tabletop PC. So yeah, you have a lot of different choices here, a lot of different apps you can get, and potentially more in the future. And I think, yeah, this could be a good replacement for the traditional board games night. And when you have friends, guests over, just put on the tabletop PC, and I think at 500 bucks it's a good value. And that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Oh my god. No, I'm not gonna do this. Finally.
We all rejected.
Oh my god.
Why do you always get to 7?
What do I have now? I can finally build a settlement here. Yeah, that's it.
Seriously, you always get 7s.
Oh, wow. You get a city. Nice. Can I build another road? You can see your victory points here. So you have 5.
Oh.
I have 4. You have a city.
바보
That's
바보
two, it's not
바보.
even count.
오! 뭐 1시간 뒤에?
No, no.
여기서 원하우야?
어씩.
아,
바보. 너도 바보.
네가 더 바보.
네가 원정 바보. 원정 바보.
기다려. 야 뭐야?
You should. Oh, you already finished. You should drink more for that.
잠깐만.
나 28분 타면 졸라 많이 걸어야 돼.
걸어야 돼?
11분.
바보. 11분? 우리 시내로